Hey, what's up, YouTube? Pin here. Welcome back to the channel. It's Monday. So for my job, I have today off. So 3-day weekend. It's in full effect. Loving it so far. Decided let me recover. I felt a little bit under the weather. Definitely yesterday, and then Friday when I was streaming, I felt a little bit too. So I'm fully recovered. Figure I'll do some videos because I feel better, and let me put out some more content on my channel. So this is Windows 11. I decided to pretty much wait the year to see if they have to like iron out some bugs, to see if there are some major issues. I just enabled TPM in my BIOS, and that allowed me to be able to get the Windows 11 upgrade because my system met all the minimum requirements. So what I was looking forward to was the interface. It definitely is a lot cleaner. I just like how snappy it is. It's more snappy. Press that, instantly loads. Navigation wasn't too hard. If you're used to a Windows operating system, you just have to play with it for about a day, and you pretty much know where everything is at, or your essentials, or where you need to go, that is. Got my icons down here. And more importantly, when it comes to like PC gaming on my 4K display, the main reason why I had upgraded was for not only for the cleaner interface in my personal opinion, but also for the auto HDR. So once you have a capable HDR display, this is my Hisense UAG that is labeled 2, because I have 3 displays hooked up to my graphics card. So you see them here within Windows 11. But let me go to my Hisense right quick. This is the 4K. And the use HDR is on, but I also have auto HDR on as well. And this is Windows 11. This wasn't in Windows 10. You get a brighter and more detailed picture by enhancing eligible gains from SDR to HDR. Now, auto HDR is not better than native HDR if the game has native HDR support. But for the games that are SDR only and they support this auto HDR, you know, you're going to get that enhancement, a more brighter and detailed picture. And I'll just leave it on across the board. I don't bother turning it off because that'd be too much of a hassle. I just keep it on. And the slider, because my UAG is the best HDR display in my home studio setup, I have the slider at default between SDR and HDR. Now, for my monitor, you know, that's different because I had to raise it up. This is my main monitor here, my LG G-Sync 1440p. Have HDR on in that as well. And I had to raise this slider up to like 85 just so it can get bright enough to where I felt comfortable with it, because this is an HDR 400 display. And my Hisense UAG at peak brightness and HDR can get up to 1500 nits. So 1500 versus 400, you can do the math. I had to adjust it accordingly. But auto HDR is on both displays. And Windows 11, I'm liking how it handles HDR compared to Windows 10. It has more options out the box, and that I like. This auto HDR is definitely something you should look into if you're still on Windows 10 and if you're a gamer or whatever the case may be, right? So also, let's get into my network setup that I have. That's like a backup, a safety net, as you can say. So here's my control panel. This is network and internet, and this is network and connections. You know, you can see the pathway that I have selected here. So I have Xfinity Comcast. This is my main internet, and I have my T-Mobile 5G home internet. So I have an additional Ethernet NIC that's plugged into my motherboard, so I won't have to manually switch out a cable in case something goes out, I can just simply disable and enable based upon this interface that you see right here, which is very convenient for me. So this is my Xfinity Comcast. What we're going to do, pull up my speed test app, and we're going to run a speed test. This is my main internet, you know, so when I'm live streaming or when I'm uploading videos, this is the internet that I'm using. When I'm downloading, you know, just my main internet, this is what I will be using, right? So getting about 950 on my PC and roughly 42 upload. You know, I'm on the Xfinity Gigabit, so pretty much a gig on a down, but the upload is limited to around 40 to 42, give or take. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to disable this. So now it's disabled. So I have no internet on my computer at the moment. So let's say my Comcast is going out. I'm going to right click on the T-Mobile and I'm going to enable. So it's going to take a minute. You know, Windows 11 has to pick up. It has to identify the network because this is a different network compared to my home internet from Xfinity. So it's identifying the network. And once it's identify it, once it's done, it's going to give it a network with a number. It's going to be similar to this. Now I'm going to reopen my speed test app and you're going to see a different ISP. Okay, you see T-Mobile. I'm just going to go to Detroit and I'm going to run my speed test. So you can see what my backup internet would typically look like on any given day. So I'm getting 16 milliseconds for the ping, you know, for a backup, not too shabby. This is just as a backup for when it comes to my work from home. I'm getting damn near 300 on the download, guys. And it's looking like I'm going to be getting over 20 upload. For a backup internet, this is very, very nice. Okay. So I'm just going to round that to 300 down and I'm getting roughly 21 up. I'm going to round that 0.25 down to just 21. That's incredible. For a backup to just get me back up and running in case I have a client or I have to complete my work shift. This is a godsend and this is a peace of mind. Okay. So now how do I get back to my main internet? That's easy. Let's say Xfinity called me and they say, "Hello, Mr. Penn. The internet has been restored in your area." I'll be like, "Oh, okay, thank you." So now I can right click and I can disable this, right? And then I can right click on my Xfinity and I can enable that. And this is just my workflow. You may have an easier way of doing this. This is just what I do. You know, this is how I get down. I show my equipment. I show off my tech. I show my workflow. And I'm now back on my Xfinity internet. So if I go back to my speed test so we can verify this, boom, you see Comcast. So that's just how I get down. Also, I'm going to quickly pause here so I can show you the equipment that I did on my channel. Hey, so to wrap up this video, I did like a YouTube short of my work from home internet setup. It's on my channel, Xfinity and T-Mobile. And this is my main Xfinity setup. And on the left is the Nighthawk. It's the Netgear Nighthawk CM2000. That's my new cable modem that replaced my Aries S33 because that crapped out on me, unfortunately. And to the right is the Asus GX AX11000. It's the tri-band router. It is their flagship Wi-Fi 6 unit. They do have a Wi-Fi 6E unit that I will invest to. It's going to be quite a number of years until I invest in that because my studio isn't just Wi-Fi 6E, but I do like the option of Wi-Fi 6 if need be. But yeah, like this is like my main setup. And if you watch this video, you know, you see a little bit of the setup, and in combination with this video, you see how I have a backup and a proper backup at that. And I think that's important. And, you know, that's one of the things that I discuss on my platform. I discuss options, I show options, and I show you why they are important as well. So this is Pen signing out. Thank you for watching. Until next time, peace out.